Hello, CPC fans, and welcome to Season 5, Week 1 Top Plays. I am your host, Phil Nelson, previously known as Canadian Shinks. You may remember me from Season 3, or the CPC off-season between 3 and 4, before I dropped out. One thing I'd like to know is this is top plays, not top sets. To see the sets, watch the video that will be going up tomorrow on the sets called the Battle Document by Muse the Best or Andrew. Another thing to note is that for this week we actually lost some really good replays because Showdown decided to screw up. So we lost replays from both Hiker versus TCG Gamer and TCMTL versus DDQ. Both of those would have made up the majority of the list. Regardless, we still got a list of top 5, the first of which I will be covering right now. As Rise Pool leads Mian Xiao and threatens Chandler out, Tech is forced to go into Tapu Fini. After getting its item knocked off, Tech is able to tell that, just let me switch to Tech side, Tech is able to tell that there is no way that Rise Pool will be going for another attack. So, and leaving his Mienshao viable. So, he's going to take the risk of Rise Pool being an idiot and keeping Mienshao in, and he's just going to go for the Nature's Madness on the incoming Scissor. This play forced Rise Pool into a situation where he would need to roost later in the game rather than getting a big hit on with his Mega Scissor. The next play is actually coming right after this. And now don't think that, he's doing the same thing as he did with the battle with the week where he picked all Jakes. No, I'm not. The fact is that we had a shortage of replays this week, so we had to go with what we got. Knowing the Scissor was likely to have the potential to knock something off, Tech risked that, and knowing it wanted to roost up the damage, Tech risked that and went hard Chandelier on the incoming Bullet Punch. This forced Scissor into a position where it could not roost, nor could it stay in at all. This put Tech in a better situation throughout the game and helped him win. This next play comes from Damon versus Phallip. As Phallip has Artemis in on the Shaman, Damon goes into his switch-in, which is Skarmory, as the Sejuai sets up a nasty plot. Realizing that Phallip knows that Skarmory could potentially kill the Sejuai with a Brave Bird, Deimos expects to switch into something and goes for the safe Whirlwind and on the Baton Pass as Phallip chooses to go into Gypsy. Now unfortunately this did send him into Charizard, but it still kept Celesteela from starting there and sweeping Damon's team. For the number 2 play this week, we have one from the CPC Commissioner and coach of the Connecticut Crocodiles, 681 Shadow. As Victini sets up to +2 and kills the Aurorus, Shadow knows that he must make plays. The first of which is he simply goes into Klefki in order to trick this Victini a switcheroo. Abe just thought that he could kill off this Klefki or at least get a big chunk of damage on it thanks to the light screen. However, this switcheroo put Victini in a position where it was able to be revenged by either Tapu Bulu, and 681 Shadow did not have to take unnecessary damage on his Zygarde. Before we begin, I'd like to give a few honorable mentions. First, DDQ goes into Houndoom and later Gastro. to bait the Toxic from Porygon 2 to get himself a free switch into Cobalion. Also, Mayo predicted Quillfish to switch show and got up his wish with Kangaskhan. Hiker predicted Loxon used superpower in their game. And of course, this. Top plays, man. Top plays. For our top play, we have one of Chime and the Gaia Gardevoir, I couldn't remember the name for a second, versus Will the RNG Lord and the San Antio Spars. The Gaia Gardevoirs have a Florges in that can completely 1v1 the Blastoise, as we see here. Ice Beam does 12. Knowing that will likely switch out from this matchup because there's no way his Blastoise could beat the Florges, Chime makes the excellent play and goes for Hidden Power Ground. I hope you enjoyed the top plays this week, as I enjoyed making them. Stay tuned for the top sets and other CPC videos, as well as top plays throughout the season. Thanks, and goodbye.